Do you ever feel like no matter how much you rest, you're still running on empty? You're not alone. As we get older, energy levels can take a serious dip, but guess what? It's not just aging. There are real, fixable reasons why you feel drained. And today, we're diving into the 10 biggest things that are secretly zapping your energy as a senior. And trust me, you do not want to miss number 7. It's something almost everyone does, but it could be wrecking your sleep and leaving you exhausted. So if you're ready to take back your energy and feel alive again, hit that like button, subscribe for more life-changing tips, and let's jump right in. 1. Adrenal fatigue from chronic stress, the silent energy killer. Have you ever felt like no matter how much you rest, you still wake up exhausted? Like your body is running on an empty tank even after a full night's sleep? That could be adrenal fatigue, something many seniors unknowingly struggle with. Let's talk about Joan, a 68-year-old grandmother of 3. Joan had always been the go-getter type, handling everything for everyone. Watching her grandkids, managing her household, and even volunteering at the local community center. But over time, she noticed a change. She would wake up groggy, rely on coffee to get through the day, and crash by mid-afternoon. Doctors told her that her cortisol levels were all over the place thanks to years of chronic stress. The adrenal glands, small but mighty organs sitting atop our kidneys, are responsible for producing cortisol, the stress hormone. When we constantly push ourselves without proper rest, our adrenal glands get overworked and start underperforming. This results in persistent fatigue, brain fog, and even body aches. Joan finally learned that slowing down didn't mean giving up. She started practicing deep breathing exercises, saying no to things that drained her, and prioritizing relaxation. Within a few months, she felt like she had gotten her life back. If you're always feeling drained, consider whether stress is the culprit. Your body may be begging you to slow down. 2. Nutrient deficiencies, the invisible thief of energy. Did you know that as we age, our bodies don't absorb nutrients as efficiently as they used to? You might be eating the same foods, but they're not fueling you the way they once did. This was exactly what happened to Bob, a 72-year-old retired teacher who always prided himself on eating healthy enough. Bob wasn't a junk food guy. He ate his vegetables, avoided sugar, and drank plenty of water. But despite that, he felt perpetually sluggish. His muscles felt weak. He had trouble concentrating, and sometimes he even felt lightheaded. After a visit to his doctor, Bob found out he was severely deficient in vitamin B12 and magnesium, 2 nutrients crucial for energy production. The thing is, as we age, our stomachs produce less acid, making it harder to absorb B12 from food. And if you don't get enough magnesium, your muscles and nerves don't function properly, leaving you feeling wiped out. After adding B12 supplements and magnesium-rich foods like nuts and leafy greens to his diet, Bob's energy levels improved dramatically. If you're feeling weak, forgetful, or tired for no reason, it might not be just aging. It could be your body crying out for essential nutrients. 3. Hormonal imbalances, when your body's battery malfunctions. Imagine your body as a smartphone. When everything is functioning well, the battery charges fully and lasts all day. But when hormones go out of balance, it's like your phone is stuck on low power mode. You never feel fully charged. That's what happened to Maria, a 66-year-old woman who had always been full of life. After menopause, she felt like a different person. She was constantly fatigued, struggling with weight gain, and her mood swung unpredictably. Maria had no idea that estrogen, progesterone, and thyroid hormones all play a critical role in energy levels. When these hormones fluctuate or decline, it can cause exhaustion, brain fog, and even depression. Her doctor ran some tests and found that her thyroid was underactive, a common issue among seniors. Once she started taking thyroid medication and balancing her diet with iodine-rich foods like fish and dairy, she felt more like herself again. If you've been feeling drained and out of sync, it might not just be aging. It could be your hormones struggling to keep up. A simple blood test can reveal if this is what's holding you back. 4. Viral infections, the lingering shadow of past illnesses. Have you ever recovered from an illness only to feel like you never truly got your energy back? This is something that happens to many seniors without them even realizing it. Take Richard, a 70-year-old former construction worker. A few years ago, he had a bad case of the flu. He recovered, but ever since, he felt more fatigued than before, like his energy had been permanently lowered. When COVID-19 came around, the same thing happened to thousands of people, leading to what's now called long COVID. Viruses like Epstein-Barr, the one that causes mononucleosis, Lyme disease, and even simple respiratory infections can leave lingering effects on the body's energy system. These post-viral syndromes can cause chronic fatigue, muscle weakness, and even joint pain. For Richard, the solution wasn't as simple as just resting. He had to take a holistic approach: gentle exercise, an anti-inflammatory diet, and plenty of restorative sleep. Within a year, his energy had improved significantly. If you've been feeling unusually exhausted ever since recovering from an illness, don't ignore it. Your body might still be fighting the after effects, and it needs extra care to fully heal. 5. Dehydration, the energy drain you don't even notice. Have you ever felt sluggish, dizzy, or like your brain just isn't working the way it used to? You might assume it's just a normal part of aging, but often the culprit is much simpler. Dehydration. Let me tell you about Frank, a 73-year-old retired bus driver. Frank prided himself on staying active. He went on walks every morning and loved working in his garden, but by noon he often felt wiped out, like he needed a nap just to keep going. His mouth was always dry, and sometimes he felt lightheaded when standing up too fast. Frank's doctor asked him a simple question: "How much water do you drink daily?" Frank shrugged. "I drink coffee in the morning, maybe some juice with lunch, and a soda in the afternoon." There was the problem. He wasn't drinking nearly enough water. As we age, our sense of thirst weakens, so even when we need water, we don't always feel thirsty. On top of that, medications like blood pressure pills or diuretics can make dehydration worse. Frank started keeping a reusable water bottle with him and made it a habit to drink a full glass of water before every meal. Within a week, he noticed a huge difference. His energy levels improved, his headaches disappeared, and he no longer felt as sluggish. If you often feel fatigued, try tracking your water intake. You might be surprised how much better you feel with just a little more hydration. 6. A sedentary lifestyle, the paradox of resting too much. It's understandable to think that resting more will give you more energy, but in reality, too much sitting drains you faster than anything else. Margaret, a 69-year-old widow, used to be an active woman, always on the move, running errands and meeting friends for lunch. But after losing her husband, she found herself spending more and more time indoors, sitting in front of the TV or scrolling on her phone. She didn't notice the change at first, but over time she felt weaker, more exhausted, and even a little depressed. The truth is, our bodies are designed to move. When we sit for long periods, our circulation slows down and our muscles weaken, making even simple tasks like climbing stairs or standing for long periods feel exhausting. The less we move, the more tired we become, creating a vicious cycle of fatigue. Margaret's daughter encouraged her to start small. Instead of sitting all day, she made it a goal to take a 10-minute walk every morning. After a month, she increased it to 20 minutes. She also started stretching while watching TV and doing simple strength exercises with light weights. The results? She felt stronger, more alert, and more energized than she had in years. Even her mood improved. If you feel tired all the time, try moving more, not less. A short daily walk or some light stretching can work wonders for your energy levels. 7. Poor sleep hygiene is often the reason you wake up tired. Ever wake up feeling just as exhausted as when you went to bed? That's exactly how George, a 74-year-old retired mechanic, felt every morning. For years, he had trouble sleeping. He'd toss and turn, wake up multiple times during the night, and never feel fully rested. He assumed it was just a part of getting older. But the truth is, Many seniors struggle with poor sleep hygiene, habits that make it harder for the body to get quality rest. George's biggest mistake? Watching TV right before bed and scrolling through his phone while lying in bed. The blue light from screens disrupts melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. On top of that, he drank coffee late in the afternoon and took long naps during the day, making it harder for his body to settle into deep sleep at night. Once George made a few simple changes, turning off screens an hour before bed, cutting out caffeine after noon, and keeping a consistent bedtime, his sleep improved dramatically. He woke up feeling refreshed, alert, and even had fewer aches and pains. If you struggle with sleep, take a closer look at your bedtime habits. Small changes can make a huge difference in your energy levels. 8. Ultra-processed foods, the hidden energy vampires. Imagine eating a big meal only to feel completely drained afterward. Instead of giving you energy, food leaves you sluggish, bloated, and craving sugar. That's exactly what happened to Linda, a 71-year-old former nurse. Linda didn't think she ate bad food. She avoided fast food and didn't drink soda. But her diet was full of ultra-processed foods, things like packaged crackers, frozen dinners, sugary cereals, and even low-fat snacks. What Linda didn't realize was that these foods were spiking her blood sugar, causing energy crashes shortly after eating. They were also loaded with preservatives, artificial ingredients, and low-quality oils that caused inflammation in her body, making her feel sluggish and stiff. Her doctor suggested a simple swap out processed foods for whole, natural ingredients. Instead of sugary granola bars, she had nuts and fruit. Instead of microwave dinners, she prepared simple meals with fresh vegetables and lean proteins. Within weeks, she noticed a massive improvement in her energy levels. No more afternoon crashes, no more bloating, and even her joint pain felt better. If you often feel tired after eating, take a look at what's on your plate. The quality of your food directly impacts your energy levels. 9. Excessive caffeine intake, the energy trap that backfires. Have you ever noticed how the more coffee you drink, the more tired you seem to feel? That's exactly what happened to Bill, a 70-year-old retired accountant who prided himself on being a lifelong coffee lover. Bill had been drinking coffee since his 20s. He loved the taste, the ritual, and most of all, the energy boost. But as he got older, something changed. Instead of keeping him alert, his usual morning cup barely made a difference. By mid-afternoon, he'd feel exhausted and need another cup just to stay awake. And despite drinking coffee all day, he struggled to sleep at night, waking up restless and groggy. What Bill didn't realize was that his caffeine habit was actually making his fatigue worse. Here's why. First of all, caffeine blocks adenosine, a chemical that makes you feel sleepy. But once the caffeine wears off, all that built-up adenosine floods your system, making you even more tired than before. Caffeine stays in your system for hours, so even if you drink coffee in the afternoon, it can still be in your body when you're trying to sleep at night, disrupting deep rest. And again, too much caffeine stresses your adrenal glands, which can lead to adrenal fatigue, where your body struggles to produce energy naturally. Bill decided to do a little experiment. He cut back on coffee gradually and replaced his afternoon cup with herbal tea or water. Within 2 weeks, he noticed something incredible. His energy felt more stable throughout the day, and he slept better at night. Instead of running on artificial stimulation, his body was naturally producing energy again. If you feel constantly drained despite drinking coffee, your caffeine habit might be working against you. Try cutting back and see how your body responds. 10. Lack of sunlight exposure, the missing fuel for your energy. Have you ever felt like winter makes you more sluggish and tired than usual? That's not your imagination, it's your body craving sunlight. This was the case for Susan, a 67-year-old retired librarian. She loved reading and spent most of her days indoors, curled up with a book. Over time, she started feeling more fatigued, a little down, and even had more joint pain than usual. She assumed it was just part of aging until her doctor checked her vitamin D levels and found they were dangerously low. Vitamin D is known as the sunshine vitamin because our bodies produce it when exposed to sunlight. It plays a crucial role in energy production, mood regulation. Low levels are linked to depression and fatigue, and bone and muscle health. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. And if you spend most of your time indoors or wear sunscreen all the time, you might not be getting enough. Susan's doctor advised her to spend at least 20 minutes outside each morning, exposing her arms and face to natural sunlight. She also started taking a vitamin D supplement. Within a month, she felt more awake, her mood improved, and even her muscle aches decreased. If you often feel fatigued or down, ask yourself, when was the last time you soaked up the sun? A simple walk outside could be the boost your body needs. All right, so now you know. Fatigue isn't just a part of getting older. Whether it's too much caffeine, not enough sunlight, or hidden nutrient deficiencies, small changes can make a huge difference in how you feel. So here's your challenge. Pick one thing from this list that you can start changing today. Just one. Maybe it's drinking more water, getting outside for some sun, or cutting back on coffee. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to try first. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video that helps you feel your absolute best. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong, stay energized, and keep living your best life.